What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. As we are 48 hours away from Under Siege this Saturday, the Impact Plus show, trying to determine who will become the new number one contender for the Impact World title against Kenny Omega. A lot was going on this show tonight. Probably some last minute setup matches before Saturday, some a little bit thrown together, but still they have a show to run for Under Siege, which looks like a pretty decent card when you look at it on some of the matches I actually want to see. So I will check out that show tomorrow. Don't know if I'll review it or not. Well, Saturday technically, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna review that, but I do want to see what's gonna happen on there. We do kick it off with a match between Rosemary and Havoc to see who's gonna become the number one contender for the Knockouts title against Deonna Purrazzo this Saturday on Under Siege. Good match. Excuse me. Good match, I'll say that. Havoc getting the win with the tombstone off of Rosemary. Basically, right after Deonna Purrazzo tried to attack Havoc right after, but Deonna was getting upper hand until Havoc basically started fighting back. Deonna tried to get away, but Rosemary and basically all Decay blocked her. Kimberly and Susan tried to come out to make the save, but they couldn't get through, and Havoc ended up taking out Deonna with a power driver. Honestly, Deanna's gonna retain the title, so I don't really see her losing it at all. Just kind of challengers right now. I think I know who they're really saving the big match for. I think it's gonna probably be Taylor Wilde when that happens, but I think it's just a match for Deonna just to get out of the way right now against Havoc. Next, Kenny Omega, the Good Brothers and Don Callis were in the back. Basically, talk about beating Juice Robinson last week. Excuse me. Doc Gallows beating him. And now, they're going to continue the momentum for Carl Anderson to beat Dave Finlay tonight. Basically, Gallows said, they don't call him Dr. Dangley for nothing. And Omega basically said, listen, man, you guys been losing, but now we're getting back on track right now. And right now we need to get wins, okay? And, I'm the difference maker, the game changer, the cleaner, and the belt collector. And basically, Carl Anderson, listen, you lost in the 2012 G1 against Okada because you didn't have me in your corner, okay? But now I am in your corner. It's not going to be a problem. And that the Good Brothers will prevail, and they're going to be winning and winning a lot of big matches. You got me in your corner. Basically, Anderson, yeah, he's right and everything. And basically did the too sweet thing. Gia Miller was gonna do it, but no, you can't do it. So it takes a while to get into the elite in this club and whatnot. So you can have it too sweet. I will say this about Kenny Omega: it's a very big difference between him in AEW and on Impact. I will say this about Omega: Omega is I think I said this last week. He's becoming better as a heel, champion and whatnot. Okay, and somewhat cuts a little bit, kind of better promos on here. On AEW, he's almost like a goofball most of the time, and he's the world champion. Even with Callis, when you kind of have Callis and him on Impact with the Good Brothers, it's almost like night and day. It's a very big difference. All right, and it's like I'm almost like I like Omega a little bit more on here because, like I said, he feels like a better heel champion. You look on AEW, it's some clown shit half the time. Okay, with the Bucks or something. When you just got Gallows, Anderson, Callis, and Omega, okay, they're a credible threat, and Omega, kind of like, hey, I'm getting you guys back to the win. Like, basically, like, you guys have been fucking up, so now you guys need to get wins and everything. So, I like this Omega better than the one I like on AEW. I'm starting to see that more and more. Next was a six-way to see who's going to become the number one contender for the X Division title. Petey Williams, Ace Austin, AC Romero, TJP, Rohit Raju, and El Phantasmo in a six-way. Very good match. In a way, it's just a fun match for Josh Alexander, but I still love Phantasmo doing that tightrope thing he does on the ropes, and then which is kind of cool because he's doing a wrist lock, and then he picks up Ace Austin and does like a freaking Death Valley drop to the outside off the top rope. That looked cool. But this was a really good match, though. Which, well, I always get a phone call during these reviews. What's up with that? Yeah, I always get a phone call at the wrong time. But like I said, a really good six-way. El Phantasmo getting the win with the CR2 after dodging the Canadian Destroyer. El Phantasmo, which he's going against Josh Alexander now this Saturday. Which, I don't think this is going to happen. I'm sure it'll be like a double DQ finish or something. Because, one, I doubt they take the belt off of Josh Alexander right now after he just won it back at Rebellion not that long ago. And I know it's been kind of crazy with Impact just kind of letting their titles go to different companies right now. Because when you think about your world champions from a different company and your tag team champions are from a different company, which I feel like they probably benefit more off of New Japan than they have with AEW. But still, I don't think they need to be losing one of their main titles to freaking New Japan right now. So I don't think I think it's just gonna be like a DQ finish or something. So I don't think either guy are gonna win. But I don't think Josh Alexander is gonna lose. I don't think he should be losing the title right now after he just won it. Okay, built the division around him. All right. Scott D'Amore was talking to Kimberly and Susan. Basically, Susan was pissed with the whole Tennille Dashwood thing. So tag match, her and Kimber versus Susan and Taylor Wilde at Under Siege. Violent by Design had a promo talking about what's with all these losses lately. Who do you blame the failure on? And if he blames the sickness, he said, it can affect everyone and everything. And now we need to start a new and more violent path. And only change is something that you can trust. And change is the only thing you can trust. So expect more from Violent by Design. We had Swingers Palace this week where they had like Alicia. I guess she's working there now. Perkins, Ace Austin, Fulton, Triple XL, Rohit, Shira, basically all arguing who should get a shot at the tag titles. Swinger basically said, yo, call Jack Tunney so they could book this match. TJP said, everybody quiet down. I got a partner right here, which Petey Williams started turning into Maple Leaf Muscle again. Don't tell you right here, against all odds. I guess he's trying to be Scott Steiner again, maybe, with the math promo, but everybody ended up leaving and didn't want to hear it. And I guess like a 4-way tag match, he would come to number one contender for the tag belts then. Willie Mack went against Sam Beal. Just a quick match for Mack this Saturday to face Morrissey. It's hard. I'm trying to get used to that name. I want to say Cass, but they keep saying W Morrissey. Basically, Morrissey came out and kicked Willie Mack. Like I say, he's like a giant version of Edge right now. So obviously, you know who's going to get the win there. Finn Juice and Eddie Edwards were in the back, talk about Carl Anderson in their match tonight. I actually talked about Omega and crew. Has talked about, we got a counter with a counter and whatnot. And Eddie Edwards talked about, I was here to help last week, but they still came out on top. But the difference is, in terms of success for the Good Brothers, they have Kenny, but I got my own Kenny, which was the kendo stick. I was kind of taking this promo seriously until he brought the kendo stick. So, Kenny versus Kenny, folks, the kendo stick. Kenny the kendo stick. Tennille Dashwood had a promo, or in the back. Sounded really bad, this locker room talk, or all about me talking about Taylor Wilde. Taylor Wilde said, we're not friends, but I'm only tagging with you so I can get to my ultimate goal of getting a Knockouts title, okay? I'm starting to see why a lot more people saying Tennille Dashwood's promos have gotten either bad or she just lacks charisma now. I'm starting to see that more and more. Some people are starting to believe that WWE may have been right to pull the plug on the whole whatever last gimmick was, not the evil Emma, the Emelina thing, because probably wasn't going to commit all the way. So I don't know. Carl Anderson went against Dave Finlay. Good match, basically a DQ finish with Omega getting in and breaking it up. Everybody started brawling then. Eddie got the kendo stick, hitting everybody, chasing them away from the ring then. So not bad. Chris Sabin talked about he felt guilty for leaving James Storm out there last week, even though Storm told him not to come out. And what Moose did was disgusting, and he may do something to him tonight. Brian Myers went against Crazy Steve. Myers won with the roll-up. I try to see where Myers is going. I guess he's now in a feud with Decay now at this point. I'm glad he still got another win, even though it's like a roll-up and whatnot. And then Taurus ended up spearing him, and they had the death card on him. So I'm trying to see where this is going. I still think Myers should never lost to Cardona and everything. This guy needs to be in the title picture, if you ask me. But hopefully they can recover from that. Cal's in the back talking about what happened early with Finlay and Anderson, saying, the inmates are running an asylum. And Scott D'Amore showed up like, you need to handle matters. You're still an EVP here, right? Because I know with you and Kenny, whatever you're trying to do, your family, you still have a job here, okay? And I know what you tried to manipulate Moose. I was just only mentoring Moose, Callis said. But listen, I know what you're doing. You end up injuring James Storm, all right? And now he's on the shelf. So right now you need to make a choice. You're either in Omega's family or you're the executive around here. Okay? So you really need to, basically do your job. All right? And, Cal's talking about where the golden bookers or whatnot. He keeps trying to say. So, yeah. What was next then? We're in the main event at this point. Basically, a six-way, well, that's six-way, but six-man tag. Sabin, Cardona, and Trey Miguel versus Moose, Chris Bay, and Sami Callihan. All these guys will be involved in the six-way. I know they show Callis and what's his name? I know Good Brothers were in the back watching this match, seeing how this whole six-man tag was going to go. Callihan, I know he got the win right here. In his six-way, I think he pinned Trey Miguel and whatnot. So we'll see who's gonna win. I still think Moose is gonna win this six-way. I still think they need to lead this all the way in the Slammiversary, and Moose needs to be the guy to beat Omega for the title when that happens. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen if he's gonna win right now and do it, but this needs to lead in the Slammiversary. It has to lead by Slammiversary. Okay, so we'll see what happens there, but I still got my money on Moose winning that six-way, so at Under Siege. But overall, good show, good build. I'll give them one thing. Like I said before, they're just getting better with these Impact Plus shows to somewhat make you care about it and add story, not being one of these random, pay-per-view like shows they do, even though it's not a real pay-per-view, it's their Plus show. So we'll see what happens with that, okay? But other than that, I'm out of here. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. See you guys later. Peace.